Before we begin, let's keep the season 3 mess aside for a moment and talk about why most of us started watching or even reading One Punch Man in the first place. Honestly, on paper, One Punch Man doesn't sound appealing at all. A protagonist so strong that no enemy survives more than one punch? It feels like there's no tension, no stakes, and no reason to stay invested. I'll be honest, I personally dropped it 2 or 3 times just after reading the basic synopsis. It sounded like something that would get boring very quickly. But once you actually start watching it, you realize how wrong that assumption is. One Punch Man is not about whether the hero will win, it's about everything else. The writing, the satire, the characters, and the ideas beneath the action are what make it special. What seems like a simple joke concept turns out to be a brilliantly written story that constantly subverts expectations. At first glance, One Punch Man looks like a parody, a bald hero who defeats every enemy with a single punch. Simple, funny, and absurd. But beneath the humor, it is actually one of the most thoughtful anime about strength, purpose, and identity. The story follows Saitama, a hero who trained so hard that he broke his own limits. As a result, no villain can challenge him anymore. Monsters that threaten humanity, villains with dramatic backstories, all of them fall instantly. And that's where the real conflict begins. Unlike most anime protagonists who struggle to become stronger, Saitama's problem is the opposite. He's already at the top. There's no excitement, no fear, and no sense of achievement left. What others dream of, absolute power, has left him emotionally empty. This is what makes One Punch Man stand out. The anime isn't asking, how strong can you become? It's asking, what happens after you've achieved everything? Around Saitama, we see traditional shonen characters, heroes like Genos who chase power for revenge, or top-ranked heroes obsessed with recognition and status. In contrast, Saitama doesn't care about fame, rankings, or praise. He became a hero simply because it felt right. The hero association itself is a satire of society, ranking people, judging worth by numbers, and rewarding popularity over genuine effort. Many heroes care more about image than saving lives, while the strongest hero remains unnoticed. Even the action reflects this philosophy. The fights are spectacular, but they're often one-sided. The tension doesn't come from whether Saitama will win, it comes from whether anyone will understand him. At its core, One Punch Man is about loneliness, purpose, and the human need for meaning. Strength alone doesn't bring happiness, recognition doesn't guarantee fulfillment, and being unbeatable can be just as painful as being weak. That's why One Punch Man isn't just a comedy or an action anime. It's a quiet reflection on modern ambition, wrapped in punches and explosions. And maybe that's why Saitama's blank expression says more than 1,000 dramatic power-ups ever could.